Penguin Random House presents The TCS Story and Beyond by S. Ramadorai, read by Shahzad Bhiwandiwala. Author's note: I was an unlikely candidate for writing a book. Had it not been for the encouragement of my wife Mala, my son Tarun, and my close colleagues, my attempt to tell the Tata Consultancy Services (TCS) story would not have been possible. Until now, TCS's history has appeared piecemeal, an article here and a write-up there. Someone needed to put it together, so I decided to take the plunge, a plunge into the unknown, and with great passion, in my characteristic style, to write about TCS's history and my own journey in a way that readers would enjoy. In the making of the book, several people have played an important role. Paul Taylor of the Financial Times, who flew down from the US to spend long periods with me, interviewed several people from both Tata and non-Tata companies and worked laboriously on transcripts with great passion and enthusiasm. Anita Rajan from my team and her eye for detailing, who worked on the structure, flow and language, added constructive suggestions and criticisms, checking and rechecking information for accuracy and interfacing with the publishers. Without her, the book would not have seen the light of the day. Jayant Pendarkar once again proved beyond doubt that he is the one person you can count on always. He recollected incidents which he was witness to and subsequently helped me in validating the facts, sometimes even testing my patience. S. Mahalingam, a colleague and friend, has been a sounding board, whose opinion I greatly value. My office staff member Radhika Shastri dug through the archives of TCS to pull out photographs for the book, and my faithful secretaries Anita Putran and Sapna Hemant scheduled interviews and organized logistics for the team to function efficiently. I would like to thank all the TCSers who provided information for this book and who are too numerous to name individually. And I would particularly like to thank my colleagues outside TCS, whose views and inputs I greatly value. Amongst them are Professor Clayton Christensen, Professor Pankaj Ghemawat, Professor Nitin Nohria, Y.P. Sahni, Frank Susino, Max Meth, Admiral Cutler Dawson, Amit Chandra, Dominic Price, Himandra Kothari, Diju Raha, Pierre Page, Jack Schmidt, Dr. Arvind Singh, Ranjit Bhattakur, Digvijay Singh, V. Tyagarajan, R. Chandrasekhar, F. C. Kohli, Ratan Tata, Dr. M. S. Swaminathan, Dr. V. Sumantran, C. B. Bhave, Roger Pereira, S. M. Gupta, Joe Ackerman, and Ishat Hussain. I would like very specially to thank Udayan Mishra, publisher of Penguin Portfolio, who patiently guided me, a first-time author, through the publishing process. His expert help has been invaluable in keeping the story tuned to the reader's interest and helping us keep to timelines. Finally, I am indebted to my extended family and my in-laws for providing their insights and always being an encouraging force. Whatever I have achieved personally and professionally has been possible because of a lot of support that has been there behind the scenes. I thank my wife Mala for patiently bearing with me and my long absences, for helping me think through difficult moments at TCS, for the positive disruptions in my own functioning, including the selection of some wonderful people at my office. I am grateful to my son Tarun for his support, his critical reasoning at all times, and for encouraging me to continue to work on things that I am passionate about and things that interest me. I function best in the company of people who are hungry for knowledge, have high values, are team players, and most importantly have a sense of humor that keeps them going under the intense work pressure they are under most of the time. I have been fortunate to work with many such young people who were part of my immediate office. One of the first to work for me in the capacity of a secretary was Nina Screwvala. Nina was vivacious and full of life, although she chose to retire after the arrival of her two sons. She could not stay away from TCS for too long. Today Nina is back with TCS and plays a key role as the global head of TCS Maitri. I was then joined by another bright young secretary, Melanie de Lima, an extremely gentle and quiet girl who was exceptionally good at her work, coming up with almost perfect drafts. She had to leave in 2001 when her family immigrated to New Zealand. At about the time I became CEO, Chandra became my executive assistant. Apart from supporting me, he became deeply involved in the business, and suffice to say that he soon went from strength to strength and, of course, ultimately took over from me as CEO in 2009 when I retired. Harish Menon was the next to join me as my executive assistant. Harish was smart, a perfectionist, and adept at handling difficult situations, including making long technical notes readable. He went on to join the corporate marketing team. Mala always criticized me for having created a male-dominated office, but all that changed in 2002 when Anita Rajan joined me as the first woman executive assistant on my team. She brought in many softer changes in a male-dominated environment. Apart from being able to multitask with ease, she learned to convert my cryptic ideas, conveyed with brevity, to elegant prose. Her impeccable communication skills and eye for detail make her a person I can count on to get the job done. Anita is the senior-most member of my team and has grown over the last 9 years to someone I trust immensely. Swati Shah was inducted to my team a little after Anita joined. Having moved from Visual Computing Group, she brought in unique strengths. She worked well with Anita and helped make the CEO's office an open and welcoming place. She started a family in 2007 and soon moved to New York with her husband. It was then that we brought in the young and efficient Radhika Shastri, who was previously part of the internal branding and communications team at TCS. She now manages my complicated and highly dynamic schedule in addition to communications at my office. A people's person with a flair for languages who is deeply involved in planning and execution. She is a determined young lady who knows what is required and how to get it done efficiently. Binaisha Kotwal came on board when Radhika went on maternity leave. Her outgoing and bubbly personality and talent for managing events brought in a new flair to the office. A skill that worked especially well for all of us was that she made exotic desserts to beat stress, which she never ate all by herself. The administrative work is shared between two very dedicated and competent secretaries, Anita Puthran and Sapna Hemant, both of whom have been with me for over 10 years, silently working behind the scenes and managing my day-to-day schedules, meetings, calls, and basic correspondence. Highly loyal, sincere, and hard-working, they have over the years made my life infinitely easier by taking care of the little things that make all the difference. Mala helped make the disruptive change, and now I have a woman-dominated office. But these talented ladies are all a great asset and speak their minds, which helps me to function. They never say no to anyone except me and make me work harder than what I already do. One person who has always been a part of my extended team is Jayant. I trust him implicitly. His wonderful sense of humor is well known, but behind this persona lies a sharp mind and a rare talent. He has been more than a friend for over 40 years, and our families enjoy a close bond. Another person who is no more but whom I would like to acknowledge is Captain George, who headed administration in TCS till his sad demise. He kept the entire TCS machinery working smoothly and was a great personal help. I would also like to thank the hardware, IDM engineers who have fixed all technical problems for me, and the administrative staff of TCS who have served me so well over the years. I am immensely grateful to all my personal staff, including my drivers, Xavier and Survey. Finally, I would like to thank the TCS Board of Directors and the TCS Senior Management who have worked with me and my colleagues on various boards I serve, the government officials I have worked with, and our customers who continue to bet on TCS. And I am immensely grateful to all the TCSers who have worked so hard to bring TCS to where it is today. They are all the real winners, the real heroes. The views and opinions expressed in this book are my own. The description of certain events are based on my recollections and on interviews done by my team with me and with several others. The accuracy of dates and events have been verified to the extent possible. Royalties earned from this book will go to TCS Maitri's skill initiatives for the physically challenged. Prologue. When I retired as TCS Chief Executive in 2009, Many friends and colleagues asked me what I was going to do with all the spare time.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?